Hi, and welcome to my video. This is the garden here. Kind of where we hang out all the time. Got a canopy back there, the pond. A lot of this stuff has already been put online, but just want to give an update on all the different things I'm doing now with the plants and stuff. There's some tomato plants, I got some hanging plants, flowers, lots of bird bath there. That whole pole actually was just a bird bath, got boring, so I kind of put something together. Birdhouse I made out of a used speaker, stereo speaker. It was in the garage. This is how much garden space I have here. You can see it's not too much, but I got some cucumbers, eggplant. There's some spinach. There's spinach. There's some rows of spinach in the back. And one of those cucumbers I have my little Indian weeds I painted on my planter box there. And that's a thermometer. It's put on that side. We had that. I just relocated it on there. It's better up there than when we had it. That I found use for. Our cat died not too long ago, so I ripped off the wall on the house I built, and just kind of used it for that cold air conditioner. Some flowers. Those are going to go tomorrow. There's my little pot here. Just took a garden stake and kind of drove it through the center holes of these pots. That whole thing collectively cost, including the plants, probably about $7 maybe, including the plants, at the most. I just used an eye-ring, drilled a hole in that hole, and used an eye-ring to put it up there. More flowers. More flowers. There's some oregano back in that far corner. This is our first pepper off of this thing. This is a red hot pepper. Red hot chili. It's a small cherry. Red hot cherry, I think is what it's called. And there's 2 things of cilantro in there and some basil. That's what I got in those 4 pots. This is my tomato plant, hanging tomato plant. I'm really impressed with it. First time I've ever done it. Look at all the flowers that's all over this thing. I mean, it's just going. More flowers. Actually, that's our first tomato back there, right in the center. There it is. First tomato of the season. I have two cherry tomato plants in here. One's a cherry tomato, and another one's a hybrid. It's a larger tomato. As you can see, like these are all the cherries right here. You can see all the flowers starting with come out of the cherry tomatoes as well. All those are flowers getting ready to go. Really healthy. I'm jazzed with the whole hanging pot thing. Got another one over here with peppers. I'll show you. As you can see, as you come around, you can just see nothing but flowers starting everywhere. Very, very healthy. Healthiest tomato plant I have ever had. So I water everything regularly. But once a week I use Miracle Grow. I don't know if that's, good or bad, but we had a box of it, so I figured I'd use it. And I do that once a week, pretty much on Saturdays. And the pots, I think they cost me $2.50 over at Home Depot. And then probably the plants were another $2. Tomato plants, interestingly enough, what I did was I clipped the bottom few. I saw that somewhere in a video or something online. I wish I knew where. There's a little bit of my little paint work there. Kind of painting everything. Anything looks boring, I'll paint it. That's our canopy. Pretty much our outdoor living room. I basically used 2 eye hooks and then just zip tied them together. We can't build anything permanent on the building, so I figured, I can always walk out there with a pair of snips and snip that right off. we need to paint or whatever. That's the hummingbird platform that I had at the other video, the one that Max was actually perching on. I couldn't get a shot of it like this before because it was rainy when I took that last video. There's a fire extinguisher just in case we have any accidents. That's our fire pit tools. And this is the inside of the living room, basically. When we're sitting down inside, we have a fire pit right in front of us with a table. And that's like our little entertainment center with a TV and a jukebox on it. I put that outlet there. We didn't have any power, so I punched a hole in the wall, ran the outlet down the wall. And I punched a hole in the wall over here for the TV. And that basically is just split off our cable box that goes to the TV in the bedroom. So we use the same cable box outside here. It reaches just fine into the TV inside the bedroom there. That's our plastic carrot. My bad habit. The pond. Turtle. It's a little bit too early for the turtles to be up. I'm sure they'll be up this afternoon. Fed us some chicken the other day, man. That's the first time I ever fed a meat, man. They tore that up. We couldn't get enough of it. That's one of the hummingbird platforms I got hanging. Now, all the platforms I got hanging, they've all perched in them. There's another. They've perched in all of them before. But I don't know that they'll nest in them because, you know, obviously we spent a lot of time in the back. So I don't know if that's going to be conducive to a nesting environment for them. But I put them up there anyway. We have tons of them feeding all the time. But again, we're out in the back all the time, so I don't know, you know, effects of any ill consequence to that nesting. And this, on the pond, what I did is I have the filter inside the garage, so I just poked a hole in the wall and then ran that chute down to this redwood box here, and then put another chute underneath that redwood box, let it dribble into that, lined it all with the pond liner that I had left over from making the pond, and voila, there's my little waterfall. Well, I wish I had the pictures. My laptop didn't blow up, and I'd have all the old pictures of what it used to look like in the backyard. That's a deck I built. That used to be all dirt. The pond used to be all dirt. Pulled a couple of trees and some old pots and plants and stuff out of there, and snails and what have you. There's some flowers right there that I put on my garden next to the pond. I use that combination hummingbird and butterfly flower mix. This is the pot that has our peppers in it. There's 3 kinds of peppers in it. There's 2 small banana peppers. There's the first banana pepper right there. Those are those hot yellow banana peppers. I love those things. I buy them in the jar all the time. And then I've got 2 bell peppers growing intertwined with those. And the bell pepper, there's one there. That's the first bell pepper. That's a green bell pepper, and I also have a yellow bell pepper plant. And I got all 3 of those intertwined, like the tomatoes are intertwined, the 2 tomatoes. I got the peppers. So 3 peppers, yellow bell, green bell, and yellow banana peppers in this pot here. And again, this one's doing quite well also. So hope you enjoyed our little garden.